Hi, welcome to this new video. My name is Alexis, and in this video I'm going to explain you what you should be doing if you just got dumped. Maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was a week ago, a month ago, but you don't know exactly what to do. You've tried things but it didn't work out. I'll explain you what you should be doing after the jingle.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Before I explain what to do, you need to assess whether you were in a recoverable relationship. What I mean by that is, did you have projects together? Were you together more than 6 months? Did you do anything that you can't repair? All these kind of things, you know, are you sure that actually you can get back with him or her? If you're not sure, and it's okay not to be sure, you can take the quiz. I put together a quiz for you to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. And you need to have above 15, I said 25, 15 in order to be sure that you have a chance to get back with your ex. The link is in the description. It's totally free, but at least you have an idea. And the reason I do that is obviously to give you answers, but also to kind of segment my audience and make sure that people who are watching my videos are people I can help, basically. So once you know it's recoverable, you took the quiz, or maybe you're sure about your chance, stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself for what has been done. Because you can't change what happened in the past, right? You can analyze, you can reflect, but you should stop blaming yourself. And the thing is, most mistakes are actually, or the worst mistakes are actually made after the breakup. The success rate or the success of getting back with an ex is really about what happens after the breakup and not before. So focus on now, focus on the future, and we will create that vision together. That's the whole point of this video. That's the whole point of the series of video I'm recording this month. It's really about how we can create that vision for you to get back with your ex, to feel better about the situation. So the thing is, we have our natural instinct and we're always fighting. There's always this inner fight in ourselves between our instinct and our rational part. We have that feeling of loss. We had something, strong connection, maybe sharing a lot of things together, and now we have that loss. And it's awful, you know, it's something that almost, if you look at a brain scan, it's in the same region of pain, located where pain is located in the brain. Also, it's really connected with our primal need. Our primal need is to eat, sleep, and reproduce. And by that, reproducing is, or surviving in the jungle, is really about how you can mate with people. People who were alone in the jungle back thousands of years were actually more at risk of dying. And so that's why mating was very important in the old age, and we kept that deep need of mating, of being with someone, of social connections. And that's why when we lose someone we love, which is actually at the top of the pyramid of our social needs, then it's really hard. It's really hard to cope with, and it comes as well from that part. There's also the rejection. When we are with someone we love and we care for, and that person doesn't want to continue the relationship, it feels as we are rejected. It feels as we're not good enough. And it's very easy enough. I've been in your shoes. I've been like that. It's awful. When I got dumped by one of my ex when I was 25, I felt like really bad, and it took months and months to recover because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what sort of help I needed. I took therapy to understand, but it took months and months and months. And the idea is that I don't want to use shortcut, but it's really about how I can provide you relevant content to your situation. Therapy is great. If you're seeing a therapist, continue doing so. What I'm doing is complementary. It's not better. It's just, it will align better with your objective, which is to get back with your ex. And it will also leave you with a lot of confusion. And it's something I hear every single day with my clients, is that, yes, but last month we were there, we were laughing, we made love, we were talking about our holidays, Christmas holidays, and now she or he announces that. How come? So our natural instincts are these ones, and what we want to do is to try to talk them out. And I guess you've watched the video because it doesn't work. The thing is, we think, okay, I really want to reconnect because of all those needs, all those stuff that makes us feel really bad. And therefore we feel like, I need to get in touch, I need to connect, I need to argue, I need to explain. But our ex is fed up of our words. Your ex has been hurt. Your ex is scared. These could be the reasons that they don't want to speak with you. And that's that you're a bad person, but maybe they are scared of the situation. Maybe they're avoidant attachment style, and you're providing too much pressure on them, and therefore they retract. They are scared. When I say scared, it's not that you're a crazy monster or you're beating them, but it's really make that relationship scared. Their inner fear. They are fed up by work, and especially, and I've seen that a lot with male clients who think that, who tell me like, she told me many times, and I failed to understand. I thought it was okay. I took her for granted, but I understood now. She broke up with me. Now, I'm ready. I understand. Like, I need to work on my anger, for example. And I told her, like, I understood. I'm gonna work on my anger, but it's too late. She told you that 6 months ago. She told you that 3 months ago. She told you that last month, and you haven't done anything. So how come you just yes, I understood. Now it's real. I'm gonna change to be enough. So that's why you need time. That's why you need to get that space. Stop talking, start doing. And it is really, I love this image, and there's a lot of images like that. What you're trying to achieve by connecting with her, by rushing into getting back with her, is you're gonna get that client budget. How can you recreate? How can you build strong foundations? How can you change fundamentally by rushing it? How can you develop yourself in a week or two? It doesn't work like this. It requires time. It requires investment. It requires dedication, motivation. So if you want to get back with the ex, and that's what my clients do, is they look and work towards the left picture. What most people do when they watch my videos for the first time or other coaches' video is that they look for quick answer, quick tip. And they end up doing something on the right image. And that's why I assess whether you're serious about the relationship and you're serious about that relationship. If your relationship looks like the picture on the left, don't try to do what's on the right, okay? It takes time, in that idea, it's about budget. So here, of course, you can invest in coaching, in therapy, but the budget here is the investment you make. The investment and the time. There's also another picture like this where I think it's someone, can you draw something, and they have an hour, they have 30 seconds, and they have 10 seconds. And obviously the one hour is better than the 30 seconds that looks like shit. It's exactly the same when it comes to get back with your ex. You have to understand, and you have to understand that, of course, within your head, within yourself, you have that conflict. These two timelines that are clashing. I want this, I feel that loss, I feel that rejection, I need to get back at them, I need to reconnect, versus actually what works is really to take your time to work on yourself and to leave your ex for now. So time to start a productive no contact. You might have heard about no contact in other videos. I will probably put a link on why no contact and how it works. But the idea is, I want you to start by kick off a good no contact. Then the second step is to get rid of anything that reminds you of your ex. And the step number 3 is to start project managing your free time. I'll explain everything in the next slide. Step 1 is to kick off no contact. So why do we kick off no contact? And I know some coaches, they don't do this. And I don't agree with that, because I've had discussion with people I speak with on the free consultation, where they tell me like, I've done no contact, but I'm not sure my ex knows that I'm doing no contact. And so the idea of doing this kickoff is to really set the expectation, is to really be on the same page with your ex, and to really be sure that when you do no contact, they understand that you're doing no contact. Okay? How? It's a simple text message. I'll explain you exactly the what. It's a simple text message. You don't write letter, you don't send poems or stuff like that. And when? As soon as possible after the breakup. If, however, you've been in no contact for a month already, well, there's no need to send a message to kick off no contact. So it's really, the timing here is if you broke up or were in touch less than 2 weeks, then it's fine to kick off no contact. If you broke up and it's been a month, you haven't heard from your ex, there's no point telling them, hey, by the way, what I'm going to share with you. So the what, and as you know, I don't like spoon feeding stuff to you. You can take this text, you can write, copy, paste it, but I would rather you taking it, tailoring it to your need, and trying it like this. So the do, you have to say, I accept that breakup. You're not fighting it anymore, because fighting creates drama. That's not what they want. You apologize, but you don't overdo it, you know. It's fine to take the blame for things you've done, but you have to understand a breakup is 50-50. You understand, you acknowledge. It's very important also, if you want a relationship to work, you need to understand your partner's need, and this is what they want right now, is for you to understand their needs. Use the context. You can use the tactics of, you know, I've been really busy at work, I've been very stressed, I'm so sorry, I had to take a lot of time because my mom is ill, all this type of stuff, because the context, you can work on the context. Context is something that can change. You can also use the tactic of, it's a wake-up call, you know, I've screwed up, and I think for me, this made me realize this and this. Again, it has to be short, so the don't send a 3 pages email, love letter and return. It should be like a text, really. Don't beg or plead. Don't tell them, hey, I'm not going to contact you, but in 4 weeks, I'm going to send you an email. And we'll explain you why you have to do that. And I will be sharing some examples on the WhatsApp group. So I'm doing a WhatsApp group this month, November 2021. You can join any day for free this month. And actually, I'm going to close the WhatsApp group after, so you have to join it now. If you're watching the video after November 2021, I'll probably put a link somewhere in the description where you can have the results of that program. But anyway, you can have a look. I'll share some examples so you can get some inspiration, but don't copy paste. It doesn't make sense to copy paste. It depends on your relationship. It depends on your story, and I don't know it. This is how you want them to feel, okay? You want them to feel that you're mature, that you take the decision with maturity, that you understood. Okay, I told him so many times, but I feel like this time is different. I think he's different. I think he really got it. Is that enough for them to get back with you? No. You're just planting a seed right now. This kickoff text is really how you can plant a seed in your ex's mind and have them to digest that you're mature, that you understood, that they can breathe, that they can be released of that breakup. And, not least, they are thinking, okay, but what's next? Like, I ended the relationship. I thought we'll still be friends, but he's not offering me friendship. I might be losing him. So that's not how they feel right now when you send that text. They'll be probably surprised. They'll be probably happy that you're not fighting anymore. But wait a few weeks for it to be digested, and they'll be thinking about what if it's actually over? What if actually it's real? For me, that was just a wake-up call, but I might have screwed up. And don't be surprised, because I have a lot of people who are dumpers, who are emailing me quite frequently, asking me, what should I do? So there's a lot of dumpers who are like, fuck, I dumped him and now I've changed my mind because I've seen this and that. And the this and that, we're gonna work on that. Step 2 is to get rid of your ex's stuff. And the reason we do that is because it's therapeutic. By doing that, you're making an action of letting go of saying goodbye to ex. Okay, a little bit like the Japanese lady who does the tidy up stuff, when you say goodbye to your stuff. It's really much therapeutic. It's not that you have to destroy everything that they have at your place, but it's really that how you can move that, put them into that box and put that in your basement or anywhere where you can't see it. It's therapeutic and it's preventive, because anytime you get back home and you see the picture of you and your ex, well, it's gonna bring back those memories and you're gonna feel shit. Every time you unlock your phone screen and you see the picture of your ex, you're gonna feel shit. Anytime you go on Facebook and you see them, you're gonna feel shit. So don't necessarily block them, you can unfollow them on social media. And the idea is to do that, and it's temporary. You just do that for a month till you feel great, because you need to understand that your brain would like to reconnect. Again, we discussed about that deep need of being with someone, and so your brain automatically wants to reconnect like this. So removing that is one way. It's very important when you change the environment. If you want to stop smoking, don't buy cigarettes, right? If you want to go for a run, you have to put your shoes next to your bed, all this kind of stuff. You have to change your environment to feel better. So changing and removing stuff from your ex also helps you change the environment. Step 3, you have to start project managing your free time. You need to keep yourself busy, basically. Because otherwise, if you're not busy, you'll be wandering. And what happens when you wander and you're sad, you have negative thoughts. And what happens when you have negative thoughts, you have no motivation. And what happens when you have no motivation, you have negative thoughts. Because you feel bad because you haven't done anything. Okay? So be proactive with that. Look at your free time and see how you're going to populate that free time. A relationship takes about 30 hours per week. Okay, so what are you doing with those 30 hours? It's the time for you now to look at any type of hobbies, any type of activities that you've postponed, that you put on the side, on hold, because you were in a relationship or because your partner, your ex didn't like it. So how can you do that? And plan these things. And that's the reason I say project managing rather than doing to-do. The best to-dos are the ones that we put in the calendar. Okay, you have to really put those actions into your calendar. And what happens is that when you wake up in the morning, you'll be like, rather than thinking like, oh yeah, shit, shit, my life is shit. You look at your phone like, yeah, now I'm gonna go for a 20-minute walk, and you do it. You don't have to overthink, what shall I be doing, right? So look at the morning routine, change a few things. I don't know, maybe you've always wanted to try yoga. Maybe you want to wake up earlier, find your stuff. I'm not a morning person necessarily, so you can change, for example, the evenings. What are you doing? Maybe you can have a gratitude journal that you do every evening. All this kind of stuff. The idea is to change at least one tiny thing every single day, or one tiny thing that you do in your day. And by doing this thing, it will make you feel good about yourself. Maybe it's, I don't know, like the other day I wanted to cut caffeine and to stop drinking as much coffee as possible. And just by doing this tiny thing, I felt good. Like every evening I would go to bed and feel like, yeah, I've achieved that goal. Because it was a tiny, very simple goal, but yet I could do it. And I think that's what you have to do, is to find one thing that would make you feel better, and you build on that. Recap. Send your ex this no contact kickoff text. Get rid of your ex's stuff. Plan your next 4 weeks. What are you going to do during your day? What are you going to do during your evenings? What are you going to do during your mornings? What are the new habits you want to create? What are the new things you want to try? And make it and put it into your calendar. Because if there's a saying like a to-do list without a date or without a deadline is just a wish list that doesn't get accomplished. So put it into your calendar, have a due date, and look online of course or stuff that you want to do within that time. And the other thing you can be doing is to join the WhatsApp group for more tips. The link is somewhere in the description. You have also other stuff in the description for you to learn, read, and feel more empowered. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.